The Sunrise Interview is sponsored by Elk Valley Casino, Crescent City.
Welcome back. Now, joining us this morning is Doug Gould, Executive Director of the ROC Recovery Center, to tell us about how his organization is changing lives here in the Rogue Valley. Good morning, Doug.
Thanks, Natalie. Good to be here.
Thanks for being here. Now, Doug, for people that have never heard of the ROC Recovery Center before, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's funny. We opened our doors back in December 2018 with the idea that we were going to provide addiction recovery support for men, women, and youth. And so we have on our staff accredited counselors. We also have state certified peer mentors and certified recovery mentors. And so we wanted to open up a facility that offers everyone an opportunity for any form of addiction, not just chemical. And so that's what the ROC does. We provide one-on-one recovery coaching, counseling for men, women, and youth.
A whole team of people for any form of addiction.
Absolutely. In fact, when I started 6 years ago, after coming out of alcoholism myself, for 6 years I was at Foundation for Recovery, made a great impact in our community. Plus, we wanted to open up an organization. You know, there's multiple pathways to recovery, Natalie, and we wanted to open up an organization where people were allowed to talk about their faith if they wanted to, right? Not a lot of organizations allow that. So we wanted to open up an agency that had an opportunity for people to use faith as a viable pathway to recovery. It's not a requirement when you come through the doors of the ROC. And so for 6 years of Foundation, that worked. And so we opened up the ROC Recovery Center in 2018. After one door closes, another one opens. And so what we wanted to do for the ROC is to open up a facility for all forms of addiction. So whether it's a chemical or non-substance use or compulsive behavior, we want to give people support and their families.
And you guys have a fundraiser going on today. What can you tell me about that?
We do. It's tonight at the Ram restaurant. We're taking over the Ram, right?
I like it.
And the cool thing about it is our board president, along with the Ram staffing and the managers there, said, you know what, we want to partner with you. We want to get the message of hope out to the community. And so tonight from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Ram, come on down, have dinner with your family. 10% of all food sales will go to the ROC, and we appreciate that. And anything we can do to bring awareness to the community, we'll have our informational table there. We got raffle prizes. It's just going to be a great night tonight, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Ram. Yep.
I want to ask you, what message would you like to deliver to someone struggling right now with any form of addiction?
Well, I tell you what, that's a great question because, you know, when I was struggling in addiction, I'm a recovered alcoholic. I gave up 21 years of sobriety after I went through a divorce, after I went through some hard times, thinking that I could have one drink. It's been 21 years. And then for the next 13, I was down and out and spiraling. I ended up in the Rogue Valley Hospital with a blood pressure of 260 over 180, hit with the paddles twice. And I was the lucky one. And when I got back out of there, I realized, you know, I'm going to go back to something that I was trained to do in college, and that is to help people. And so the thing that I want people to know that are struggling out there that may be hearing this, or maybe you're a family member that has a loved one caught in addiction, don't give up. You know, when the addiction says give up, hope whispers one more time. Give it one more time. And so if you're out there, we've all been there. You need to come down to the ROC and talk to our staff. We all have a background in addiction. So you're actually talking to somebody that knows what the struggles are, right? And so if there's someone listening to this or a family member hearing about this, don't give up on that loved one. And if you're struggling with it yourself, there is hope. Just give it one more try. Yeah. So.
Doug, thank you so much for sharing your story and for using your experience to help others who are going through the same thing.
Yeah,
it's really
thanks,
commendable.
Thank you, Natalie. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Yeah. Now, as Doug said, the nonprofit ROC Recovery Center has been offering empowerment, inspiration, and restoration to the Rogue Valley residents struggling with addiction since 2018. This evening, you can help with their mission simply by eating at the Ram restaurant on Rossanley Drive in Medford. 10% of all food sales will be donated to the Recovery Center from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. For more information, you can visit the website or call the number on your screen. Doug, once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Natalie. Thanks for having me.
Of course. We'll be right back.